what point do we drop the W off of the Gwoat and just call it the greatest of all time? Let's talk.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill somebody
back
for
a little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you here, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So why you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So we have this terminology of the greatest of all time, and we spend our time talking about what that means. Now, the only thing that we could use for this are, of course, accolades, which, BF don't really like using those for a lot of things because people use those willy-nilly. But I'm not going to use them willy-nilly. I'm going to use the accolades for what was earned in the ring, not what someone's opinion is. Oh, well, this Boxing Writer Association's award, we voted him in as pound for pound. All those are opinionated statements, right? If someone has to vote for you, that's an opinionated statement. What you do in the ring is what makes you. So let's look at some of her stats. In the amateurs, 64-1 in the amateurs. She was 14-0 when she got her first loss against Savannah Marshall, who was 32-7, of which she came back to beat her in the pros, which is something that a lot of fighters don't do, because what will end up happening is they'll lose or win in the amateurs and then never fight them again in the pros. Like Anthony Joshua did, like Terrence Crawford did. There's a litany of fighters that lost to fighters in the amateurs and decided to never fight them in the pros when they could have. Claressa Shields doesn't have that issue. She cleared that up. But they just never met back up again in the amateurs because Savannah Marshall was never good enough to meet back up with her. She's a two-time gold medal winner. She won the gold in 2012 in the UK, and she won the gold in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil in 2016. She won the gold medal at the Pan American Championships twice, in 2014 and 2015. She won a gold in the AIBA World Championships twice, in November 2014 and May 2016. She was the women's national champion 3 times, 2011, 2014, and 2015, as an amateur. As a pro, she's 13-0. She's a 3-weight class champion. 3-weight class champion. In those 3 weight classes, at 168, she's unified. She didn't just win a belt and bounce. She was unified. At 160, she was undisputed twice. And at 154, she was undisputed. She's the fastest ever fighter in the history of boxing, man or woman, to be a two-weight world champion. She did it in 6 fights. She broke Lomachenko's record. She's the fastest fighter to ever become a 3-weight world champion. She did it in 10 fights. She broke Lomachenko, who did it in 11. She has defended undisputed in 2 weight classes, 160 and 154. I am completely blown away at the idea that there are other accolades that we as boxing fans can try to put above that. This is a woman who started out at 168, moved down. She started at 168, unified, moved down to 160, became undisputed, moved down, became undisputed again, moved back up to 160, and became undisputed again. My issue, twofold. My issue. No other fighter has done that. If you look at Roy Jones moved up in weight, all the way up to heavyweight, got a belt, and then moved back down and was never the same. Claressa Shields started out big, moved down, won, moved back up, and won again. So she started out draining herself, and then moved back up. People will say, "Oh, well, BF, there's not really a lot of competition in the women's division." You're right. There isn't a lot of competition in the women's division, which means she's not getting the opportunity to fight bums. That's what that means. Since there's not a lot of competition, there isn't a lot of fighters that run it. She's not getting the opportunity to get herself a Liam on her resume. A couple of them. A couple of Beefies, a couple of Liam, Calum, Rocky, Smiths. Yeah, she's just not getting that opportunity to pad her resume with a couple of bums, because those bums are not sitting on the sideline waiting. She has fought the toughest competition from the amateurs when she had no idea who she was fighting. If you win, then you are just moved to that position. You don't know, you can't sit here and say, well, I'm going to study for this girl because this girl, no, you don't know who's going to win over there that you're going to meet up with. You physically is an impossibility to study for everybody who is at the tournaments. You have no idea who you're going to link up with. No idea. You don't know if it's an orthodox, you don't know if it's a southpaw, you don't know. You can guess, but you don't know. You have no idea. She has fought the best competition habitually, over and over again, moving to different weight classes, and not just moving to the weight class and becoming a champion and then moving on. She's moving to a weight class and cleared it out, became undisputed, and then moved on, like she did at 160. And then went back to 160 and became undisputed again. Those type of accolades hasn't happened since Homicide Hank, Henry Armstrong, way back in the day. That's what we're talking about right now. You can't name a fighter that became undisputed in one weight class, went to another weight class and became undisputed, went to another weight class and was unified, went back to the other weight class that she was at, or they were at, and became undisputed again. You can't name another fighter. There is no other fighter. There's no other fighter. And I sit back and I hear it and I hear people say about this and say about that. And then I look at the pound for pound rankings, the top 10 pound for pound rankings for females according to BoxRec. Katie Taylor at number 1. Amanda Serrano at number 2. Chantel Cameroon at number 3. Alicia Baumgardner at number 4. Michaela Mayer at number 5. Sinisia Estrada at number 6. Jessica Neri Plata at number 7. Marlon Esparza at number 8. Claressa Shields at number 9. And Jessica McCaskill at number 10. You cannot be fucking serious. You cannot be fucking serious. All right? Now, Amanda Serrano as number 2, I 100% agree. 100% agree. But if you want to put Katie Taylor in front of Amanda Serrano, then Amanda Serrano will be number 3. And Katie Taylor will be number 2. And Claressa Shields will be number 1. How is Alicia Baumgardner, and she's a beast, how is Alicia Baumgardner ahead of Claressa Shields? She just became undisputed. Claressa Shields has did it twice. And 3 times, I'm sorry, 3 times. 2 times at 160. She did it 3 times. So I'm trying to figure out how any of them are above Claressa Shields. None of them have been undisputed 3 times. None of them. I believe Amanda Serrano beat Katie Taylor. So, like I said, if you want to have Katie Taylor above Amanda Serrano, that's fine. Then Claressa Shields is number 1. Katie Taylor is number 2. Amanda Serrano is number 3. I, on the other hand, do not have it that way. I have Claressa Shields as number 1 and Amanda Serrano as number 2. And Alicia Baumgardner as number 3. She will beat the brakes off of Katie Taylor. She will beat the brakes off of her. And then Michaela Mayer after that. But I sit here and I'm just looking at the blatant disrespect. The blatant disrespect that Claressa Shields is getting. Number 10 on the pound for pound. Number 10. Number 9, I'm sorry. Number 9 on the pound for pound. You have all these other girls above her. Pound for pound. Katie Taylor, you truly believe if Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano were the same weight, Katie Taylor would beat her. Katie Taylor lost, not Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor and Claressa Shields. Katie Taylor lost to Amanda Serrano. She lost. And if Amanda Serrano would use that footwork, which is superior, she would have embarrassed her. But she likes to just sit there and bang. She likes to bang it out. Amanda Serrano is far better than Katie Taylor. Far better. Far better. And she stood there with her and banged it out, and she did not have to. And she hurt Katie Taylor several times. She did not have to stay in there. She has far better footwork. She could have embarrassed her. But she's a banger. She just likes to bang it out. Claressa Shields is the Gwoat. She's the number 1 woman fighter on earth. Yes, she is. Yeah, she is. What she's done in the ring proves that. The only person close to her is Amanda Serrano. That's it. What, 7 division champion? Multi-division champion? But she just became undisputed. She's been a multi-division champion in all those divisions. She's been having belts in all those divisions, but this is her first time becoming undisputed. Claressa Shields has done it 3 times. That's the only person above Amanda Serrano. That's it. No one else is above Amanda Serrano. No one. Which makes Claressa Shields number 1 and Amanda Serrano number 2. Blatant disrespect. I mean blatant disrespect. And to have her at number 9 is criminal. It's criminal. But it is what it is. I just want to ask this simple question. Since all of the fighters that are in boxing want to do what Claressa Shields has already done, everybody is trying to accomplish that. And she did it 3 times. 3 times. Doesn't that make her the gold standard? And if she's the gold standard, then shouldn't we be dropping the W out of Gwoat? I mean, y'all let me know what you think. I'm just putting it out there. BFTB. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And I'm out.